This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, everyone. I hope I am audible to you all. Let me know whether my voice is audible to you all. Or not. Yes, Klaus, can you all hear me?
Yes,
All right. Thank you, Devanshi, for confirmation. Acha, by the way, what were the things that we discussed in the last class? Mm-hmm. Devanshi, were you there in the last class?
yes, yes.
Okay, can you just help me up with the information, see what all things
Um,
we discussed in the last class?
we finished top 10 financial modeling career and we
Okay,
have to start the financial statement.
all right. So in our today's class, we are going to start with financial statements, right? And I think in last class we just touched the pinnacle of that particular topic, but didn't started that particular topic, right? Let me just share my
Yes, yes.
screen and then let me just share my screen and then we will start with our today's session. Hmm. Financial statement. All right, class. So our today's topic is going to be financial statements, right? So basically, whenever we hear about financial statement, there are certain terminologies or certain terms that should pop up in our head, okay, or in our heads, okay. Now, what are these terminologies? These terminologies are the very first thing is income statement. The second thing is balance sheet, cash flow statement, equity. ठीक है अब ये इक्विटी क्या है what it equity could be ठीक है we are going to discuss about all these terms आखिर इनकम स्टेटमेंट होता है क्या बैलेंस शीट होता है क्या कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट होता है क्या इक्विटी again also it just comes under your balance sheet ठीक है we will know कि इक्विटी आखिर है क्या क्या होता है everything ठीक है so basically, we can say कि financial statement is just like your report cards. ठीक है जैसे कि report card shows your performance on whatever performance was given by you or whatever thing that you just did the entire year. The report card will show you that particular performance, right? And similarly, for the companies as well, financial statement act as a report card where it shows ki what the company did for entire one particular financial year. ठीक है now, what is the your what is the period of one financial year? If anyone in the class could help me up with that particular information.
March 30, sorry, April 1st to March 31st of the next year.
Very correct, sir. It's from your 1st of April to 31st March, right? वेरी करेक्ट चलो ठीक है लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड अच्छा ये सब बातें तो हो गई आपकी फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स के बारे ठीक है ऑल दोज इंफॉर्मेशन दैट वी टिल नाउ डिस्कस बट रिगार्डिंग योर फाइनेंशियल स्टेट but can anyone in the class tell me ki why financial statements are important also point to be noted by all of you ki you all are not required to say the phrase that it helps you to analyze the financial performance ठीक है? That is what our financial statement. But my question is, why do you think the financial statements are important? Yes, class.
To record different transactions of the company,
To record different transactions of the company.
to keep in record of them.
All right. Anyone else?
To
Yes.
make better decisions,
Sorry, Mohammed. Come again.
to, to make better decisions of a
To
future of the
know
company.
to know the future of the company and to know how the future runs. All right, let me just provide you all a bit of hint. If you see this particular section, okay, here I have mentioned the importance of financial statements. Okay, it is important to your management, it is important to your creditors, it is important to your bankers, it is important to your investors, and then it is important to your government. Now tell me ki why is it important to your management, creditors, bankers, investors, and government? One by one. Okay. You guys can raise your hand and I'll ask you. Okay. Yes, class. Why do you think it is important for management, creditors, bankers? Yes, Genno.
So for the management, it could be for making certain decisions related to the firm,
Very correct.
and for the creditors, it could be to know the credit worthiness of the firm.
All right.
For the bankers, it could be like
Mhm.
when you're giving some credit, the same which goes with the creditors to
All
know the
right.
credit worthiness, etc.
Okay.
Investors, it could be to know whether if like if I'm a investor, I would know if I
Mm-hmm.
see the financial statement, I would be having an idea that if the company is performing well or not
Mm-hmm.
by
Okay.
seeing its assets, etc. For
All right.
government, for taxation purpose.
Very correct. Very correct, Genno. So basically, the first thing is your management. Okay. So in our management, we have three levels of management, right? The top level, the middle level, and then the bottom or lower level. Okay. Now, top level management requires your financial statement to make strategic decision for the future of our company. Okay. They are the individuals who make all the decisions, all the strategic techniques, tactics that a company should follow to excel in the future. Right. Now, middle level take decision for respective department. Okay. They have a separate department. Okay, we have a finance department, we have HR department, we have uh, operations department. For all these different departments, the middle level management take the decision according to the financial statements. Okay. Now, for the bottom level management, they actually implement whatever decision is taken by your top and middle level managers. Okay. So that was the part regarding, or that was the importance of financial statement with regards to management of a company. Now, why is it important to creditors? Okay. Basically, creditors होते कौन है? Who are creditors? ठीक है. These are suppliers of raw materials. In simple words, if I would say कि who are creditors, so they are the suppliers of raw materials. ठीक है. You all might have heard the term credit purchases, right? So whenever you purchase raw material in a bulk quantity, you never give them the entire payment. Okay? Either you give them 30% or 40% of the payment, and you just ask them or you just say them, see, hey, the rest of the amount I'll give you in near future. That is the credit purchase that you're doing from creditors. Okay. Now, creditors, before giving anything on credit basis, okay, they will check your financial statements, ki whether this company is actually able to pay off debts, pay off credit or not. Okay. And by analyzing your financial statements, it will provide you the services of credit from their own end. Now, the same as Genno stated with the parts of bankers as well. Okay. Bankers, who are bankers? Now, bankers are those individuals who provide funds or loans to the company. Okay. Now, these bankers actually require financial statement reports, all these documents to verify whether the company is doing good in the market, whether the company is actually profitable, earning enough to pay off the debts, whatever it's taking from our company. Okay. So that is the thing regarding the importance of financial statement towards our bankers. Now, for our investors, investors are those individuals who invest in our company. Okay. It could be a simple investor like us, okay, or it could be your angel investors, the individual with high amounts or they carry high amount of money to invest in a particular company. Investors could be your Shark Tank, maybe be Sharks Batted, okay, that pool of individual. All of them could be a part of investors. Okay. Now, why is it important for investors? Investors analyze financial statement and come to a conclusion whether this company is worthy enough or not, whether this company will give me a good ROI or not. Okay. So that is the importance to investors. Now, coming to the last point, that is importance to government. Okay. Now, in order to check whether the company is following all the rules and regulations properly, whether the company is paying off taxes as stated by Genno properly or not, whether the company is generating black money from from any source of income or not. Okay. In order to have a check on all of these things, they just have a check on financial statement, or we can say financial statement is important to all these stakeholders. Okay. So that was regarding the importance. Let's just quickly read whatever is written here. Financial statement are written records that reflect the business activity and financial performance of a company over a particular period of time, often monthly, quarterly, annually, or biannually. Now, we all know the financial statement is usually prepared on annual basis, but sometimes when your government or your investors require the monthly or quarterly report of your business prepare a separate financial statement for for that particular purpose, either for a particular month or a particular quarter. Okay. So that is the thing regarding your financial statement. Now, what all things are included in the financial statements? Okay. What are the different elements of financial statements? Now, basically, we know about three elements of financial statement. That is income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. Okay. You all must be looking these two things for the very first time. Okay. You all must be thinking, all right, what is statement of changes in equity, notes to balance sheet, and everything. Okay. Don't worry, we will discuss about all of these things as well. So the very first thing is our income statement. Now, what is our income statement? Yes, class. Anyone in the class could help me up with what is income statement? Hmm. Yes, class. Anyone? Alia, can you? Okay, Devanshi, can you help me up with what is income statement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Financial statement that shows company's revenue, expenses.
Very correct. Very correct. Basically, the P&L account or the profit and loss statement of the company is shown in income statement. In balance sheet, we talk about assets and liabilities. In cash flow statement, we talk about inflow and outflow of cash. Okay. In statement of changes in equity. Now, what is your statement of changes in equity? Basically, in statement of changes in equity, we talk about the equity of the company. What are the changes that are done on a particular financial year on the equity that is your owner's interest. Okay. or whatever amount that you're required to pay to your particular owner. Okay, that is the meaning of equity. Okay, what everything that will impact the owner's interest in a positive or negative way. All those things are mentioned under your statement of changes in equity. Then we have notes to uh, balance sheet. Okay. Then we have notes to balance sheet, or it is also stated as notes to financial statement. Okay. Here we write down about all our assumptions that we have taken for our entire financial statement. Okay. So that is the thing. We are going to discuss about all of these things in detail in the further slides. Yeah, let's move forward. Income statement. Now, what is income statement? An income statement presents, as I stated earlier, like an income statement presents a company's financial performance over a period, that is your one financial year. Sometimes it could be your monthly, quarterly, if it is required by your certain authorities, investors, or government. Okay. Detailed revenue earned and expenses incurred on an income statement, you will be able to see a company's revenue, expenses, net profit, and loss. Now let's talk about what are revenues, expenses, and net profit and loss. What is revenue? All the income earned from business activities, all the income. Okay. Suppose you made sales of 50,000 rupees. Okay. So that is the revenue for our company. Okay. Now, in order to make that particular sale, you incurred certain cost for the company. Okay. So those are the expenses for our company. Okay. Cost incurred in earning revenue. All the costs that you as a company incurred while earning that particular amount of revenue, whether in terms of your raw material, in terms of your advertisement, whatever you did, okay, whatever your company did, that is the expenses for your company. Then we have net profit and loss, the difference between our revenue and our expenses. Okay. The difference between revenue and expenses tells us whether it is a net profit or a net loss for our company. Okay. Now, Genu, if you could just tell me when is it loss for a company and when it is it profit for our company?
So basically, whenever revenues are higher and our
Mm-hmm.
expenses are less, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a profit.
Mm-hmm.
And the vice versa, when the expenses are more than the
Mm-hmm.
revenue, it's a loss.
Very correct. Very correct. So yeah, that is the situation of our profit and loss. Let's just move forward. Okay. Now we have cash flow statement. All right. Wait a second. Okay. After income statement, there was one more slide of our balance sheet. Okay. Let's quickly discuss what all things are present in balance sheet, and then I'll move forward with our cash flow statement. Okay. Basically, in our balance sheet, all the information regarding the asset or all the things that a company owns and owes are present. Okay. I'll write here. It include informations like assets, liabilities, and equity. Okay. We have a particular formula that goes by asset is equals to liability plus equity. Isn't it, everyone? This is the particular formula that we all know, we all have studied about. Let's just quickly dive into what is our assets, what is our liabilities, and what are our equities. Okay. Asset, whatever a company owns. Okay. It could be your short-term assets and long-term assets. Okay. Basically, what is the basic difference between short-term assets and long-term assets? Sai, if you could help us with that particular information.
It is based on the liquidity.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, long-term assets, short-term assets include um credit, debtors, trade receivables.
Mm-hmm. So
Certain,
basically, whatever asset that you could use for a period of 1 year, okay, right? and whatever asset that you could use for more than a period of 1 year. That is the basic difference between basically your those type of asset that you could use for a period of 1 year is termed as your short-term assets, and those that you could use for more than 1 year is termed as long-term assets. Right side, Sai, am I correct with my assumption?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Now talking about our liabilities. Okay. Again, in liabilities state कि whatever we as a company owe. Okay. Uh, owe means whatever we have to just go and give the repayment for. Okay. Those are the liabilities for our company. Again, we have two types of liabilities. That is our current liabilities, non-current liabilities, short-term or long-term, whatever you want to say. Okay. Those are the two different types of liabilities. Now, Devanshi, if you could help me understand what is the difference between short-term or current and non-current liabilities. Yes, Devanshi, are you there in the class?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you help me with a basic difference between your current liabilities and non-current liabilities?
Basically, current liabilities are short-term
Mm-hmm.
obligations,
Mm-hmm.
and long terms are payable for 1 year, more than 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Very correct, very correct. So that is the basic difference between your long-term long-term debts or short-term debts, or you can say current liabilities or long-term liabilities. Okay. Then we have the topic of equity. Okay. The basic definition of equity is your owner's interest. Under this, whatever things that will impact the owner's interest in a positive or negative way. Okay. All those things are present under your equity section of the company. Okay. Now, equity may be one more schedule that we have seen, that is changes in equity ka schedule. Okay. So we actually calculate our equity from that particular schedule and then copy paste the equity part here. ठीक है, वहाँ पर different things आते हैं जैसे कि dividends आ जाता है, then we have equity of previous year, equity of current year, then what is the changes in equity, and that particular changes we just copy paste in under equity. Okay. See, as of now whatever I stated could be a bit confusing for all of you, but when we will actually go to Excel sheet and study all those things, okay, then at that particular time I assure you कि all those things will be easy for all of us. Okay. Let's just move forward. Now moving forward, we have cash flow statements. Cash flow statements क्या होते हैं? A cash flow statement details the amount of cash and cash equivalents entering and leaving a company leaving a company. On a cash flow statement, you'll get a glimpse of companies' operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Basically, cash flow statement where we talk about all the inflows and outflows of cash happening in our company. Okay. Now, these inflows and outflows could happen for the three basic activities for our company. The first one is operating activities. The second one is investing activities. The third one is financing activities. Okay. Now, operating activities are basically your cash generated or whatever cash you use in your core business activities, whatever business activities, core business activities like your production purposes and everything that you're using to produce your particular product. Okay. All the cash generated and used during that particular activities may be defined as your operating activities. Investing activities, whenever we invest in certain type of asset, it could be a long term a particular fixed asset, okay, or current asset, it could be anything. Then we have financing activities, okay, cash transaction with investors and lenders, our company which just go ahead and invest in certain companies, Okay, that could be included under your financing activities, or either we just go and ask money from lenders. Okay, all those activities, all those transactions could be involved under your financing activities. Am I clear, everyone? Yes, class. Till now, any questions with any one of you?
No, sir.
Mhm.
No.
All right, let's. Yeah, statement of changes in equity. Okay, ignore this particular line, whatever is in here. Yeah, this is the statement of changes in equity. Okay. Now, statement of changes in equity, what I would suggest, do not read whatever is written here. Why? Why? Because as of now, you guys will get confused. Okay, whatever is written here. Okay. Uh, when we will be solving this statement of changes in equity in our Excel sheet, practically, that time I'll clarify all your doubts related to statement of changes in equity. Okay. After doing that particular thing in Excel sheet, you can come back and then you can read it, whatever is written here. Okay. Because if you just read it as of now, you will just get confused. Again, what I would like to say regarding statement of changes in the equity. In this, we just record all the equity for a particular year, and then we just calculate whatever changes in particular in our equity of the company have been made. Okay. Again, what is equity? Your owner's interest, everything that will impact owner's interest in a positive or negative way. Everything we just note down here, and then just come to a conclusive equity for the company, and that particular equity we use in a balance sheet. Okay. So that is the thing regarding your statement of changes in equity. Then let's just move forward. Then we have notes to financial statement. Basically, in notes to financial statement, we state everything regarding the assumptions that we made before preparing our income statement, balance sheet, statements of cash flow statement, and all. Okay. Before preparing all those things, we create certain assumptions to predict the future. We mention about all those things in great detail, and those all things are included under your notes to financial statement. Let's just read it quickly. Notes to financial statements disclose the detailed assumptions when preparing a company's income statement, balance sheet, statement of changes of financial position, or statement of retained earnings. Okay. The notes are essential to fully understand these documents. Okay. In order to understand whatever we made in our financial statements, we are required to mention the notes so that the reader could fully understand and grasp the knowledge of all the assumptions that the creator, that is you guys, took. Okay. So that those were the five elements of financial statements. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's just move on. Yes. Now this particular schedule is the schedule of your financial statement. Do you guys have link of this particular PPT? Yes, class.
No, sir.
All right, I'll share the link again. I think in the last class I did share this particular link, right?
Yes, sir,
That's
you
all right.
should. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll just share it again. Okay. Yeah, I shared the link of this particular PPT again. Just have a look.
Sir, did we have a class yesterday?
Uh, Yesterday was Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Okay, no. There was no class for me
On
on
Friday
Saturday.
also, right?
On Friday, I had one class. I guess with To you all only, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. What happened?
No, there's like in my group there aren't like much people. There are only 6 people, and the links have been posted. Like the last class was like on Thursday, and the class attending is like after that I got a 2 day gap again.
Okay, yeah, sometimes it happens. It is the thing with the management wala part. That's why I told you all to create a WhatsApp group, right? Okay, okay. As of now, just have a look on this particular entire thing. Whatever things are present here. For example, the very first thing that we write in our financial statement and should be present in financial statement is income statement. Okay. Now, everything that is present under our income statement, just have a read on all of these things. Now, there is one particular term that you all will be seeing here. Okay. That is EBITDA, that is also known as EBITDA. Now, this is a very important term. Just read what is the full form of EBITDA, that is earning before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. We will learn about this as well. After income statement, we have balance sheet. Okay. Immediately after income statement, we have our balance sheet. Under balance sheet, we have assets, current assets, long-term assets. Then we have liabilities, current liabilities, long-term liabilities. Then we have shareholder equity. Okay. Here we have statement of retained earnings where we are required to calculate our retained earning and all. Chicken. This is the retained earning beginning, net income, dividends. Chicken. This is the entire formula. After calculating this retained earning from this particular schedule, we'll just copy paste the retained earning, and at the very end, we are required to calculate the cash flow statements. Okay. After we are done with the cash flow statements, we are required to enter whatever value that we get from our cash flow statement in the cash LS section. Okay. That is cash and cash equivalents. करके sometimes it's present as cash on a balance sheet. And after we are done with this entire process, our balance sheet will tally. Okay. A complex task indeed, but just have a look on this. Okay. When we'll do it practically, you will find it relatively easy. Okay. Just have a look on it. Meanwhile, I'll just share a particular Excel sheet with you all. Hmm. Financial statement. Yeah. All right, class. Let me know whether you guys can see my screen or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So let's just understand whatever is present on that particular schedule. Okay. Whatever is written on that particular format of financial statement through a live example. Okay. Let me share this particular screen sheet with you all, and then I'll move forward. Okay. Yes, class, I've shared the link of this particular Google Sheet. As of now, you can just have a look on my screen. Okay, after this class, you can just go and get the access of this particular sheet. Okay, yeah. Now this is the format of your financial statement as on 31st March 20XX. That is, we can follow this entire format for any year. That's why it's XX written here. Okay. Um, We can just use it for upcoming years as well. We can use it currently. There is no changes or any major changes on the format of a financial statement. Okay, mentioned in Ind AS. Now, Ind AS would be a new term for all of you. If you are making notes, just make a note of Ind AS there. Okay, I'll tell you कि Ind AS hota kya hai and everything in the further classes. Now, the very first thing that we are going to see is income statement. Now, this is our income statement. Up income statement may what all things I mentioned you all, everything regarding the profitability of a business, whether the business is actually operating in profit or loss is calculated, right? Now let's just have a look what all things are present here. The very first thing that is present in income statement is revenue. Now, anyone in the class tell me what revenue is? Yes, class. Alia, could you help me up with the definition of revenue?
Revenue is basically the total income earned by the business.
Yeah, it is. It is the earnings that a business did, or as she stated, the total earnings of a particular business. Yeah, very correct. So in the revenue वाला portion, let's just take an example कि हमारी एक business है, हम सबकी एक business है और हम उस business के financial managers, ठीक है? अब हमारा business क्या बनाता है? हमारा business marker बनाता है, ठीक है? Now simply if we are producing 30 markers, ठीक है? और हर एक marker पे no, sorry. Let's just say that our business is producing 5 lakh marker, and for each marker we are earning 30 rupees. ठीक है? So what is going to be the total revenue that we as a company going to generate? The total revenue that we as a company are going to generate is 30 multiplied by 5 lakh. ठीक है? What answer are we going to get? Yes, Genjo, what do you think? Genjo, are you there in the class? Okay, Sai. Am I audible? Class, slow. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. If you multiply your 5 lakh markers with your 30, okay. So at that particular time, I think we'll get 1 crore 50 lakh marker with us. Okay. So that is the that's not marker, that's the revenue that our company will generate. That is 1 crore 50 lakh. Okay. Up COGS, that is cost of goods sold. Okay. Now, if in order to make the 5 lakh marker, our company would be incurring some kind of a certain kind of costs, right? Now, what are these costs? Let's say in order to make 5 lakh marker, okay, in order to make 5 lakh marker, our company is incurring 5 rupees cost at each markers. Okay. So that is when we multiply both of these terms, we'll get 25 lakh as a cost to our company. Okay. Now, Alia, if you could help me with how can we calculate whether the company is doing profit or loss in the markets? Yes, Alia, are you there in the class?
Sir, as we studied previously, like if the income is more than the expenses, then it would be profit.
Yeah. But here we are talking under around numbers, right? Matlab we have 1 crore 50 lakh revenue, and then we have 25 lakh your cost, right? Now, how to calculate total profit or net profit, gross profit for our company?
No idea, sir.
Okay. So the
So
basic thing
reducing the
that
cost to revenue.
yes, Hitesh, come again.
sum, I deducting this 25 lakhs for 1.5 CR. That's
Mhm.
our GP gross profit.
Very correct. By subtracting whatever expenses our company is incurring from the revenue that we are generating. Very simple thing. अगर हमें कभी भी profit calculate करना होता है, तो we simply just cost को revenue से minus कर देते हैं. ठीक है. जितना भी कॉस्ट हमारे पास आ रहा है उसको हम जितना भी कमा रहे हैं उससे माइनस कर रहे तो हमारा प्रॉफिट निकल जाता है. सिंपल एग्जांपल से समझते हैं, जैसे कि for our particular company, in order to make one ice cream, chicken, we are incurring a cost of 5 rupees and we are selling that particular ice cream for 20 rupees. Okay, cost is of 5 rupees, selling price is of 20 rupees. What is the profit that our company is generating? Yes, Alia?
15 rupees.
Very correct. So the same logic, Alia, we are applying here. And Hitesh, very correct with your assumption, with your answer that you gave. Ki we have our gross profit. We just have to subtract whatever cost our company is incurring with the revenue that we are generating. And then we'll have a particular gross profit that is 1 crore 25 lakh rupees ka gross profit. Okay. Then there are certain more expenses in our particular company. Okay. That is operating expenses. What are operating expenses? Expenses like advertisement, auto and travels, insurance. Okay. These are those expenses that our company incurred during the advertisement of our particular product, that our company incurred while uh, transporting that particular product to other places. Take all those things that are included, or all the activities that are included in the operating activities. Take all those expenses are also included, and I just took a basic amount of your operating activities as your 50 lakh rupees. Okay, that could be incurred on your particular whatever revenue that you generate, whatever gross profit that you generated. ठीक है, अब हम operating expenses को भी minus कर लेंगे तो we will get EBITDA. EBITDA क्या होता है? Now EBITDA, as its full form state, it is the earning before interest, tax, depreciation. ठीक है, and one more new word is amortization. Now, if anyone in the class could help me up with यहाँ पर interest में किस चीज की interest के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? Taxes में we all know taxes क्या होता है, right? Depreciation का क्या मतलब है और amortization का क्या मतलब है? Yes, class. Anyone? Interest क्या है? Tax क्या है? Depreciation क्या है? Amortization क्या है? Yes, Devanshi, can you?
So
Devanshi, are you there?
depreciation of the
Yes, Hitesh. No, Hitesh, let's just start with interest.
okay, interest like interest receivable and interest that we have to pay on the debts or the loans we have taken. This
That
is
we have
also
to pay to whom?
like to creditors.
Yeah, your voice is not clear.
To
Interest on
creditors.
capital.
Interest on capital. Okay. Isn't it the interest that we have to pay matlab, for whatever loan that we took? Uh, Isn't it that particular thing, or are you guys talking about some other type of interest that I'm not aware about? What about taxes? The taxes that we pay to our government of India, right? There is a specific rate that each and every company pay this amount of tax every year. ठीक है? So that is the thing. Interest is also a particular rate. ठीक है, that could be your 18%, 21% that we pay to all the people from whom we took our money, chicken, or took money from. Okay, that is one more thing. Then we have depreciation. Now, what is depreciation, class?
Depreciation on building machinery like assets.
But depreciation है क्या?
Depreciation means reducing in the value of the assets over time.
Very correct. That is depreciation. The wear and tear of your goods over a period of time is known as depreciation, right? मतलब जैसे जैसे हमारे टाइम पार होता है वैसे वैसे हम हमारे प्रोडक्ट का वैल्यू get decreased by some amount. ठीक है? So that is the depreciation. Again, amortization क्या होता है? Anyone in the class?
It means reducing in the value of intangible assets like patent, goodwill.
Very correct, Alia. Alia, मतलब how do you know कि amortization is your uh, depreciation of intangible assets?
Uh,
Have
I
you?
I remember I my teacher taught me this, like difference
Okay.
between depreciation and amortization.
Great concept. Now to the rest of the class, if you guys want to make notes, you can actually do it. Okay. So basic difference between depreciation and amortization is depreciation takes place on all these tangible items. Tangible items क्या होते हैं? Whatever things we can touch, whatever things we can feel. Amortization is depreciation only, but it takes place on your intangible goods. ठीक है, as she stated कि हमारा goodwill हो गया, whatever things that we cannot touch, ठीक है, that those things are intangible assets, and on intangible assets we have amortization. So after we are done with reducing all our expenses from our gross profit, we will get EBITDA. That is earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. After we just reduce depreciation, uh subtract interest, subtract taxes from our particular amount that we are getting, or EBITDA that we are getting, we are left with the specific amount that is stated as net profit or net loss for our particular business. Okay? Here, if you see this particular area, okay, now if this particular number is negative, then it is usually your loss for the business, and if this particular number is positive, then it is considered profit for your business. Okay? So that was the thing regarding your income statement. After calculating income statement, what do we have to calculate? We directly jump off to balance sheet. Okay. Again, what all things are mentioned under balance sheet? Assets, liabilities, and equity of a particular business. Assets में current asset, non-current assets. Liabilities में current liabilities, long-term liabilities, and all. ठीक है? Current assets may we have cash, accounts receivable, and all. Fixed assets may we have land, vehicles, equipments for our company. Then in current liabilities, we have bank overdraft, accounts payable. ठीक है? Long term liabilities में क्या क्या आ जाएगा? Long term debt that a particular business have to pay over a period of 5 years, let's say. Okay. So that could come. Then in your equity of a particular company, shareholders equity के अंदर, it is your common shares and retained earnings. ठीक है? Again, your retained earning is calculated from your retained earnings schedule. ठीक है? Where information regarding your retained earning in the beginning of the year, net income, and dividends are present, and using those information, we calculate retained earning. Okay. Now, this particular retained earning is the earning that we actually use here in the balance sheet. Okay. After our balance sheet में as such कुछ इतना major नहीं है. We are just required to record all the informations, मतलब whatever is given there, and then add all those things. ठीक है? Nothing extra or nothing confusing here, I guess. ठीक है. After this we have our cash flow statement. ठीक है. Now cash flow statement, if you guys remember, was very complex thing when you were studying in your standard 12th. ठीक है. I think in standard 12th only you guys had cash flow statement, right? Right, Lars? Give me a thumbs up if you had. Yeah, very correct. Now, basically, a cash flow statement in this current cash flow statement that we are going to do, यहाँ पर we don't have any complex calculation or any complex thing to do. We are just required to copy paste the data that we have actually or already calculated. That is net income. ठीक है? Net income we already calculated here, right? Net income. So the same thing we are going to do the copy paste वाला part. ठीक है? Depreciation, we already calculated or we have the information regarding depreciation here. Same information we are going to enter here. Okay, same thing, all the things, because the main thing that we have to do here is to copy paste the information. Okay. Now after that we have some change in non-cash working capital. यहाँ पर there is thoda sa calculation wala part, which is very basic thing. I'll teach you when we will actually go in Excel sheet and calculate. Okay, don't worry about this. So at that particular time, we have to calculate this particular area, which is again easy. Then we have to sum all of these things to calculate cash flow from operating activities. Again, then we have to calculate and some cash flow from investing activities. Again, the copy pasting thing. Then we have cash flow from financing activities. Again, the copy pasting thing. Okay. And after that, we just have to add them all. Okay. And after adding them all, we will get our cash flow of the year, and that particular cash flow we are required to just paste in our balance sheet. Okay. That is this particular area. And after we are done with copy pasting the cash that we are getting from cash flow statement, our balance sheet will tally, and we will be done with our financial statement, entire financial statement. Okay. So yeah, that was all, I think, all the theories regarding financial statements. Yeah, that was all regarding the theories of financial statements. Okay. Now, what I will share you all now. Okay. देखो, these things though I already shared with you all. The next thing that I'm going to share with you all is real life financial statement of Reliance company. Okay. Let me go to my drive and IAR PDF. Yeah, so this is your latest, I guess. No, okay, it is of 2024 and 2025. Your Reliance Industry ka financial statements. Okay. In the next class, we are going to discuss this entire thing. Okay. So what I want from all of you to, I'll just share you the link of this particular thing. Just go home after this class. जितना भी मैंने link share करा है, ठीक है? All links are important again for our today's class. Whatever links I shared to you all, ठीक है? You have to have a look on all of them. Plus, you have to read it once. Okay, what all things are present here, what each and every things are present here. Just give it a read. Okay, ऊपर से just go through media and entertainment. उसके बाद what things are just overview. Try to get whatever overview you can just get from it. Okay. Yeah. That is the thing. And in the next class, we are going to start with a discussion of this entire thing. That is your Reliance Industry. We have annual report. Usually, your financial statement comes in the form of annual report. Okay. So we'll start with this particular report in the next class. Okay. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. आज के लिए ज्यादा काम हो गया क्या तुम सभी के लिए? Otherwise shared lots and lots of link today, isn't it? Wait,
Sujal,
yes, who is it?
Shresht.
Yes, Shresh.
I was not in the class in between. Can you send all the links once again so I can
Yeah,
get it?
sure. I'll send it once again. No worries.
Thank you.
hmm By the way, what happened, Shresh? Why were you not present in the class today?
Actually, my network was not there and the laptop was not charged, so I
Okay,
couldn't
okay.
be there.
No issues, no issue. Just before coming to the next class, just have a look on just if recordings were not even provided, okay, just try to have a look on these links at least for once. Okay, go through them and then you can just get a glimpse of whatever we did in our class today. Okay.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, that was it for our today's class. Anyone with any kind of questions, you all can ask me now. If not, I'll just wrap up our today's session. Hmm. Acha, by the way, was this session good enough? Were you guys able to understand whatever things I discussed in the class? Yes, class. You guys need any kind of improvement with the sessions, with whatever things I'm teaching? You guys can go ahead with the suggestions as well. जैसे कि आपको ये तरीका पढ़ने का इस तरीके में मजा नहीं आ रहा है, so you can just suggest me other ways as well. So yeah, I'm open for it as well. Anyone, any suggestions, anything? Mm-hmm. No.
So yeah, I would like to say something.
Yes,
So, um, actually today is the first day of my class.
Mm-hmm.
The later all days I didn't attend. So could you just say me like what happened in the days? And like classes will be only on the weekends or will be all the days? I just want to know that.
No, classes will not be. मतलब कि, see, I actually take 1 day break and then conduct classes. ठीक है. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि in 1 week you'll have 3 classes. Sometimes it is 1 week 2 classes. ठीक है. So that is the thing. It is not only a thing about your weekends. ठीक है. Week classes भी होते हैं. So that is one thing. And the second thing, whatever we did in our classes. Shresh, can you help Geno with that particular information?
So yes,
Mm-hmm.
वैसे तो recordings are now being provided on time,
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. But yes, I will give a
Where
bit.
sorry,
Yeah, sure, sure. Go ahead.
where are those recordings?
It is on the LMS portal. If you don't have the link, I can give it to Sujal and he can provide you, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead with the information of whatever we did in the class.
Yeah, so basically, till now we have discussed about financial modeling. What is financial modeling? The uses, the importance of financial modeling, how it can be regulated in a company's financial statements, how is it important to a company, uh, holders, shareholders, and all. Also, uh, now we have done with the financial modeling, we have started with the financial statements. Today was, I guess, the first class for financial statements.
Mm-hmm.
We are now going through it. I guess after this, Sujal, we are going with the Excel.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
the
After this, we are going to Excel. But Excel में
Yes.
the first thing, मतलब कि financial modeling, we will start with financial modeling. Both the things are the same वैसे. Financial modeling में we have three statement financial models. So where we are required to forecast the future using the financial statement that is present with us. So that's why both the theoretical knowledge of your financial modeling and financial statements were necessary. So that's why we are almost done with the theory part, and then we will move to the practical part. Okay. So yeah, that was it, Geno. Any other questions?
No. I
Alright.
didn't receive the link of the recordings.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I've
Thank
sent
you.
you the link. You can send her.
Mm-hmm.
And the email, your registered email and the password will, I guess you would have received from the mail. If not, the email is your registered email that you have given, the TechGment company, and the password is tech1234. I guess it is same for everyone.
Yeah, so I have provided the link.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You would have received the mail from support@techgmail.com. You can check it.
I didn't receive actually. Okay. Still, thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, so that was it for our today's session. I hope you all enjoyed today's session. Let's just wrap up. If you guys, no one is having any kind of question, then I would wrap up our today's session now. Thank you for joining and see you all in the next session as well. Bye bye everyone.
Thank you.